What's up, you guys? It's been quite some time since I posted anything to this channel, and for that I apologize. I've just had a lot going on. Obviously, you can see we're in the middle of winter now. I got a whole new robot shoulder joint replacement surgery 3 weeks post-op. So, sorry, I haven't gotten much out and on the channel, but hopefully as the winter moves on to spring, I can start doing stuff more frequently. There's plenty of stuff to film. The problem is actually sitting down to edit it. So, once again, sorry. But enjoy this old footage from the archive, and hopefully we'll be seeing more of you in the future. To Glenwood Springs for a little bit of some little bits, and on I-70, check out this rig. Heck yeah, that looks like a good time right there. Anyway, heading to Glenwood. Ooh, check this out, this is cool. That's one thing I do like about interstate travel, is you get to see all of the cool hardware that's out there. And then you start thinking about the government and other factions trying to outlaw internal combustion engines and make it so you can't register stuff over a certain amount of years old, and it just makes me so sad inside, breaks my heart. Can't even handle it, but whatever. We try to keep the old iron alive, so Big Booty Judy, she's doing good. We're cruising on down. Heading to Glenwood. I'll let you know when we get there. Well, I guess that's it. I took my, I already had my, like I said, my motorcycle learner's permit. I just took my driver's test. I think my wife recorded it, but my mount for my 360 camera broke, so I couldn't have it running on there. But literally it took like 10 minutes. Super easy. I guess I have a license now, so nice. All right, so we're at this lovely park here in Glenwood, down by the river, and there's a bit of consternation amongst the ranks of the children, because guess who parked next to us? This lovely Super Duty bees. So, hey, look. It's a bee forklift. Anyway, we got bees. No honey, but bees. All right, we're gonna head back home. Bye-bye, bees. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Goodbye, bees. Bye-bye. I'm here. I've got my rear AC system disassembled in my white Suburban. You can see I've got all the everything removed. Blend doors taken out. Here's the motor. This guy back here is what needs to be replaced. See, here's the new unit. It doesn't necessarily need to be replaced, but since I've got the whole system drained down and I'm doing the orifice tube in the front, I was like, shoot, I may as well do the front one. But before we do that, I've had the black light. Let's see if we can find any leaks. And don't worry, I'm just doing this for you. I've already spent a while going through this and looking, but basically found nothing, no leaks. So that's really good, because now we can put it back together. Ooh, look at that, it's pretty. Now you can put it back together, put that new part in, put this new, what do they call it? the expansion valve in, put the whole thing back together. Then I'll go to the front, do the front orifice tube and replace that leaky Schrader valve. And then I can recharge the system. So that's what we're doing. Good morning, everybody. Guess what? We're heading up to Douglas, Wyoming. That's right, I had to remember what it was. Heading up to Douglas, Wyoming with Jeff's old XJ. Guys, Jeff's grown up. He sold the XJ. So I am delivering it, with him of course, to whoever the poor soul is who bought Dora in Douglas. See, there he is, look at him. Isn't he a beautiful man? Hi Jeff, good morning.
Good morning.
Now, the only thing that's a bummer here, Zach isn't here. Let's take a moment.
Stop crying.
I'm not crying.
Stop crying.
I'm not crying, okay? Jeez. Anyway, can you just stop, okay? You know, I'm not crying, but guess what, Zach, we miss you. If you're watching this, we really miss you. These trips are really fun, but they're not the same without you. Anyway, we'll see what we can get into. We'll keep you posted. We're up on top of Willow Creek Pass, draining the radiators, getting rid of coffee, if you know what I mean. And old Big Booty Judy, she's towing like a son gun, I tell you what. But we'll keep on trucking. All right, myself, that guy.
Are we? We are.
We are.
Are we?
We are. We are north of Laramie, and we're on Highway 34 heading north. This is kind of a emotional moment for me right now. Years ago, shoot, I don't remember how long ago it was, but I cannonballed north to go pick up a set of dually axles, and I was supposed to meet the dude in Rapid City, South Dakota, and then he flaked out on me, and I was like, well, I'm already here, so I cannonballed all the way over the clear on the freaking Minnesota border, and I did that all in one round trip with no stops. And kind of emotional because I drove this Super Duty, this back when she was skinny white girl, I guess. I don't know what to call her. But back when she was a single rear wheel, I pulled this trailer behind, went up there, picked up them dually axles, took them home, converted this old girl to the dually she is as a Big Booty Judy. And now we're heading the same route with the axles underneath the truck. So it's kind of an emotional, you know, like tying it all together. Everything's coming full circle. So I think Big Booty Judy's feeling a bit overwhelmed right now. Actually, she ain't, because she's a freaking 6-liter Power Stroke, and they just keep on going. So, well, that's enough of me rambling. I will tell you right now that this road is 9,000% better than it was before, because before it was just like beating you to death, pow, 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 pow. And now it's nice and smooth. Anyway, that's what I know. I'm probably gonna get pulled over here in a second, but we'll see. Is that a trooper? Nope, that's definitely not a trooper. I'm not sure what the speed limit is, but I'm going 75, so bye. Well, we just passed a pilot car. He's going real slow, so maybe something really big and cool is coming towards us. Oh yeah, well, it's not that big. I think it's just heavy. Let's see what it is. That's a big old scraper. So not so much big as it is heavy, and there are a lot of grades here, so okay. That's a big old thing, I tell you what. Well, kind of bittersweet. You all right, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You see behind us, there's nothing on the trailer. And way back there's an XJ sitting on the side of the road. We just unloaded here in Douglas, Wyoming, and Yeah, it's the end of an era.
It is.
The end of an era.
So
But-
I guess we need to build JK.
or I got an empty trailer back there. Let's go check out Marketplace and see if we can haul back.
For that.
All right, so I am Hallmark truck camper. I've got sold. The old inverter here failed, so I got to swap that out with this new one here. So that's what I'm going to be working on. All right, well, we've got the DC wired in. You can see here, unused stuff, all the DC wiring. Now, got to figure out the AC wiring. Obviously, even though this is a direct replacement, it's modernized and updated and nothing like the old one. So, totally doable. It just takes a little bit more sleuthing, if you will, to make sure it's done correctly. So we continue. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. So what do we got here? It's kind of getting low light conditions out there, so it's hard to see in here anyway. So I had to go down to Ace and buy a couple more breakers, but all notwithstanding, here's what we've got. So this breaker, this 20 amp, is the shore power. So when you plug in your extension cord to the outside of the camper, it comes into here. From here it goes to the bus bar, which is behind here. This 15 amp then shoots back out and provides power to the 120 volt outlet that's on board, which is up by the kitchen. And then this one, this 15 amp, takes power off the bus bar, runs it through here, and then through this cord to this side provides power to the 12 volt / battery charge side. So that's all put together. That's kind of how that sits in the hole. However, the hole itself is the wrong size. So before I go cutting this, you can see that's my cut's gonna have to be. Before I enlarge this, I think I'm going to run a dry run and see if everything powers up. So I gotta move a few fuses over here for this side, and then we'll plug it in and see if it catches on fire. Inside, there are no breakers on. So theoretically, with all the breakers turned off, nothing should happen. So outside, we're going to reconnect the battery. And I was running two 6 volt golf cart batteries in series. Yes, in series, because that gave me theoretically more amp hours and still 12 volt. All right, snug that up. That's good, that's good. See, there's the 2 dead golf cart batteries. And get my extension cord. And we're gonna see if stuff happens. Hopefully, if stuff happens, it's not bad stuff. So we look underneath, right here. Sign, I didn't hear any explosions. Okay, batteries there, plugged in there, shore power. Now, all right, let's see here. This could be, ooh, there's a light. Okay, feed on. I feel like something should have happened. So this is the feed in, 120 volt circuit here, and then this is the power to here. Well, I don't feel heat. That's probably good. See if the lights work. Woo! Woo! They all came on! That's a plus! That's a plus. So something's working right. I don't think I can get to the 120 volt outlet with the top down. I don't want to raise it because it takes forever to get up. I'll keep you posted. All right, quick update here. I've been sitting here trying to research what the indicator light is supposed to be indicating. No clue. It's not saying in the owner's manual. Fancy that. Anyway, it's been about 5 minutes since my last check-in with you, and we have a development. The cooling fan came on. So something's working correctly? I think that's a great win. Anyway, we continue to investigate. All right, we're gonna start by testing this 120 volt circuit with something pretty non-committal. Would you look at that? Seems to be working. Now, we're gonna go a little more hardcore. So, we're gonna use this jigsaw here to enlarge the hole and to keep dust to a minimum. I got the old shop vac. So, we're gonna try the shop vac. Great success! I like it, very nice. Get in position, get everything ready, and make the cut. All right, so I've moved the inverter inside of here. I'm gonna make cut line. Now, we have to be careful because there's all these wires on this back side. That's not gonna work. This blade is a freaking piece of spaghetti. Okay, I just got back from Ace. Brand new jigsaw blades, very nice. Let's make this cut. Let's do it already. Gosh, that's good. All right, let's see if it fits. I'm really good at working on cars. Well, I say that, I'm not really that good comparatively, but wiring cars, anything mechanical, if it's metal, electricity, I can get along. I'm passable. Me and woodworking, actually, believe it or not, my wife is quite the carpenter, so. All right, that'll do. Well, there you have it, folks. Ta-da! It's done. And I got Sega's labeled there. It's not real. It's real nice. Everyone wants a hot tub until it's time to do hot tub stuff. So this hot tub has served us very well. It was used, it's old. And inside of here, this pump, the main pump, the start capacitor has gone out of it. So sometimes it turns on and it just kind of sits there and hums and then trips itself out, and then the whole hot tub goes into trouble or whatever, because once that turns on, the relays over here tell the heat tube to fire, and the heat tube turns on, but there's no water flow. So then the high temp sensor right here decides that, ooh, it's too hot, there's no water flowing. So the whole thing goes into lockout, safety lockout. So I have a new pump here. First things first, I have to open the front of the volute here, rotate the whole volute so it's in the same position as this one. So that's what I'm gonna do now. So this is a centrifugal pump. This is the volute here. Here's the impeller. Here's a seal, or a bushing. And basically what this does is this spins real fast. Creates a low pressure area in here, pulls liquid in. Via centrifugal action, flings the liquid out to the edges. And then it all goes and goes that way. This is awful. I got 3 of the motor hold down bolts out, and the 4th one started spinning, so the nut's stuck on it. And of course, it's like the hardest one to get to, so sucks. But we persevere. We persevere. So what I'm doing is I'm attempting to put pressure on the head of the underside of the bolt, push up against it, and see if that helps. This is awful. Well, it's working. It's success. So, that's why technicians are so expensive, because it takes skill to do stuff like that. Or at least to know what to do to make stuff like that work. So, alright, now, where's my wrench? We know that it's loose now, and I went ahead and closed the two valves. There's still going to be water in here and in here. So something to keep in mind, if you're working on crusty old stuff like this, all the plastic's brittle and it hasn't been moved in years. When you go to turn one of these quarter-turn plastic ball valves, it's going to be all sticky. So you want to start small movements, go back and forth, bigger, bigger, bigger as it starts working loose. Don't try and force it and close it all the way at once, because you will break it. Mark my words. Anyway, once you kind of start wiggling it, bigger wiggles, and finally get it all the way, don't slam it all the way closed. You know, kind of ease it on into there. You know, kind of just ease it on into position. If you're a guy and you're learning stuff like this, always, when you're working with things like old brittle plastic that's had lots of heat to it its whole life, or aluminum blocks on motors, or your wife, always ease on into stuff. Don't make fast, rash movements. Nice and easy, firm, get stuff moving, especially if it's on a weekend and all the stores are closed, and especially hot tub stuff, because last thing you want is for all 500 gallons of your water to flood everywhere. So, all right, I've got that loose. Now I'm going to do the wiring over here. Once the wiring's done, and by the way, power is disconnected, so there is no chance of electrical hazards there. Power's disconnected. I'm going to disconnect the wiring, move that out of the way. Then we're going to disconnect here, and theoretically, after we make a huge mess inside the cabinet, the old pump should pull out. Sneaky, there's a grounding wire on the back side. Bothered. There we go. There she is. I'm gonna reattach that grounding wire. All right, after much struggle, I got the old motor out, right there, and the new motor in. I've got the valves both opened, and we're watching for leaks. So far, there are no leaks. That's good. We've got the new wiring all back to where I believe it should go. So, I suppose now we re-energize the circuitry. She seems to be pumping. Okay, speed 1. Speed 2, so great success. All right, what's up, guys? I'm down in the city with my boy Jeff. I got a few things from another friend, my boy John Cahy, down here in Elizabeth, Colorado, at Adrenaline Driven Motorsports. I bought from him a bunch of parts for my 4600 car. So check this out. Yeah, look at that bad boy. Oh yeah, that's a Ford 9-inch third member. And then, so I got that. There he is.
Hello.
Here's the guy.
That's me.
Yep.
The guy.
He started this business down here in Elizabeth, this Adrenaline Driven Motorsports.
Yep.
Went out on his own, started a shop, does really great work, is a racer, knows UTVs, so if you need work done, come down here.
Give me a holler.
Yeah, but I've known him for a while. He's good people. I bought that third member, and then way up there, an axle housing. I don't know, that looks heavy and up high, so we're gonna attempt this. We'll see what happens. this sucker. It's so big. It's so hard. All right, today I'm gonna make some French toast. I'm not one to brag, but I think I make some pretty darn good French toast. So, see, she said that. I use the basics. I use milk. I use eggs. I use some magic spices. And the key is you need to be able to crack eggs fairly quickly. So, when I was years ago, I worked in a kitchen. I was able to crack eggs very fast, double-handed. Not so much anymore, but. So we're gonna do a few eggs. Oh, that one just came apart. Oh boy. All right.
Hi.
Excusez-moi.
No.
All right, eggs. Put some milk in there. And then I like to use some Mexican vanilla.
I'm playing. Yeah.
And then I always put a little bit of almond extract in. Now this stuff
Smells really good.
smells really good, but you have to be, don't bump me, you have to be super careful because this stuff is potent.
I like the vanilla extract the best because
It's a potent potable. Here.
I don't know what he's in. I don't like that.
And then I do nutmeg, not a ton. Just a little bit in there.
Can I see? Is this like the powder you make?
And then cinnamon.
He once made pancakes and there was pumpkin spice and I don't like
They didn't
it.
like the pumpkin spice pancakes. So
It tasted gross.
there's cinnamon, and then I want to make sure that I get good, I want to integrate the spice well in with the liquid, and because it's dry, it doesn't do that all the time, so I put a little milk in here with the cinnamon.
Then shake it up. Can I shake it for you?
Now we've got all very well homogenized.
Can I smell?
No.
Oh.
And then we're gonna rinse it.
I want to smell it. Wait. You know we don't actually have
I just wanted to let you all know that the French toast was delicious. It's always delicious because I make the best French toast in the world. Sorry, that's just fact. Anyway, as I heal, as I get better, as I go through physical therapy and regain strength, I have so much to do. I have so many projects in mind, and I want to make a good effort at being better about taking time to edit. So maybe doing shorter episodes, instead of like 15 to 30 minutes like I have been doing. Maybe it's like 10 minutes. I don't know. Anyway, hope you enjoyed watching this. And it feels good to watch me using two arms. The whole time I was editing this, I was like, dang, I used to be able to use both arms. So that's pretty cool. That being said, I guess I'll catch you all around, and then I will see you like a donut.